Hi everyone, welcome to our Flow and Restore yoga class with 10 minutes of guided meditation at the end. So grab your pillows, blanket, a couple of blocks and a strap just in case. And we did have a request for hips and shoulders to be open quite a bit, so we're gonna add that into the mix. We'll start lying on our backs using a couple of blocks. One underneath the back of your head, so you can place that on the tallest height at the rear edge of your mat. And then one at its medium height, crossing your mat closer to you. And as we're keeping the pelvis on the ground, we'll have the knees splayed apart in Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle pose. So as you're bringing the soles of your feet to touch, if you find that your knees are lifting uncomfortably far away from the floor, you might grab a couple of other props. You can roll up a blanket, sort of like a burrito, and place it over your inner ankles and tuck the ends of that burrito underneath your outer thighs if you'd like some more comfortable support. And then start to lie back so that the area that is right underneath your shoulder blades, right under your scapula, rests onto the lower block. Then your shoulder bones roll off down into the space between the blocks, helping to lift your chest. And then the back of your head, not the back of your neck, is resting on the higher block, which you could opt to tilt one step lower if you're already feeling pretty open in your chest. And then rolling the shoulders back and down away from your ears, turn your palms to face up, let the backs of your hands rest on the ground. And then as you feel ready, allow a moment to be still. Perhaps close your eyes. Let's just take a moment to check in here. The theme for today's class is passion. And here is another excerpt from the Yoga Almanac. We are sentient beings propelled by passion. Great wars have been waged, cities have been constructed, and scientific advances have shifted our societal landscape, all in the name of passion, for better or worse. We seek relationships that support our passions as well as like-minded communities that foster a safe space to explore them. When our inner fires are stoked, we burn more brightly so that we may radiate that warmth outwardly. The niyama, if you'll remember the second limb of yoga, tapas, teaches us to burn away impurities. As the physical world warms up, summer is an opportunity to burn away what we have outgrown. Tapas is fire generated by the friction of challenging our routines. I love that. Let me repeat it. Tapas is fire generated by the friction of challenging our routines. By ridding ourselves of excess, we keep ourselves from getting stuck in a rut. When we fail to check in with our actions, we may find ourselves letting life happen to us rather than living intentionally and with integrity. The practice of sankalpa is the pursuit of a heart-driven resolution that speaks to a specific goal. It is an intention that comes from deep analysis of personal passion, allowing us to pursue that passion without losing control or being overcome by emotion. Just as tapas teaches us to shed, sankalpa helps us to hone actions that align with our integrity. Yoga Nidra, which we'll practice at the end of our physical yoga, or yogic sleep, is a deeply introspective practice for considering sankalpa. Feeling into your heart space, what propels you to move forward, what propels you to act with enthusiasm, naturally. What do you feel passionate about that you could Bring the image to mind here and now. And as you take a deeper in-breath, imagine as though you were stoking the embers of your heart fire, letting that feeling of passion expand within you. And then as you exhale and you sound through the mouth, connecting to inspired action, aligning your passion with your intention and your doing in this practice. Let's take a few more deep, grounding breaths, maybe unpacking any sound through the mouth a few more times. And then sealing the lips, begin to breathe in and out through your nose, if that's available to you. And if your thighs are still open wide, please bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs. Remove any props that might be supporting them underneath. And then gently lift your thighs with your hands to step your 2 feet on the ground. From here, you can either rock forward gently or turn over to one side so that you can slowly rise up into a comfortable seat. Perhaps sitting on your shins, if that works for you, if your knees are okay with it. And if you need some support while sitting on your shins, you can grab a block or two and place it right underneath your glutes, right between your ankles. And just know that if you are sitting on your shins in hero's pose, some version of it, make sure that your toes are pointing back. Your feet are not turned out. Keep your knees safe. And then let's bring the hands down to the stomach. Breathing into your belly. Feel it expand, and then breathing out, draw the belly in towards your spine. So setting our intentions, your sankalpa, your heart-rooted, passion-rooted intention. And perhaps for this practice, it's one simple quality that will help you to move towards manifesting whatever you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be a huge worldly intention. And with that in mind, supporting each other in this practice as a community, I invite you to join our voices in 3 chants of Om. Take a deep breath in. As you press down through the 4 points at the bottom of your pelvis, pubic bone, tailbone, left and right sitting bone. Inhale, lift up through the center of your spine, and then exhale, rotate your shoulder bone slightly behind you and down. Keep sitting tall, and on your next inhale, raise your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, and flip your palms inside out. Keep your shoulders resting down. Exhale to your left as I mirror you. Rotate your chest, but keep your hips rooted down. Inhale right here, stay, but sit a little taller if you can. Lift through the heels of your palms. Shoulders stay relaxed. And then exhale, keep twisting to the same side, left. Open your arms wide like a T. Press the shoulders down. One more. Inhale, keep lifting through the spine. Exhale, continue to twist, and then lower your left hand behind you. Place the right hand either on your lap or press the back of the hand against your outer left thigh. And then let's continue to twist about 3 more breaths. If it feels okay on your neck, you can loosen it up some more by looking over your left shoulder. Press down to your pelvis. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. Turn back to center. Interlace your fingers with the other thumb and index finger on top. Heels of the palms pressing up. Exhale to your right. Twist. Keep the palms together. Inhale, sit up a little bit taller, vertical spine. Shoulders relaxed. Draw the belly in. Exhale, continue to twist and open your arms wide like a T. Palms are facing your right side. Inhale, sit up a little taller. Keep the pelvis rooted. And then exhale as you continue to twist. Lower the right hand behind you. Plant the left hand on your lap, maybe pressing the back of the hand outside your right thigh. And let's stay another 3 breaths. You might choose to look over your right shoulder. Next inhale, raise your arms overhead. Bend your elbows apart like a goalpost or a cactus. Now, right under your shoulder blades where that low block was resting in the beginning, coil your chest up, but keep lengthening your tailbone down. Try not to over tilt it behind you. Take a few breaths here, drawing the heart wide open towards the sky as you melt the shoulders down. And as you're looking up, relax the eyes, soften the eyebrows. One more breath. And then exhale, bring your palms together overhead like a sun salutation. And as though blessing yourself, thanking yourself for showing up here, creating space for your practice, bring your hands in prayer down the center line of your body. If you're sitting on a prop, please bring your 2 blocks to the outer sides of the top of your mat and let's enter child's pose. Feet together at the rear of your mat, knees together or apart. And as you draw your pelvis down towards your heels, extend your arms actively forward so that your elbows are not bent, nor are they resting on the ground. Take a few breaths here. Feel your shoulders. Can you open up the space across them here? By rotating your triceps, that's your outer upper arm, slightly to face the floor, and you'll feel your shoulder blades spread wider across your back ribs as the inner creases of your elbows face each other a bit more. And as you're doing that, in contrast, root down into the floor with the base of your thumb and index fingers. Fingers spread wide, 2 more breaths. Now remember that this posture, child's pose, or any kind of resting position is available whenever you feel the need to take it. So pace yourself, honor what you need in your practice today. Now on your next inhalation, rock forward onto all 4s and coil your chest up. Look up into cow pose. As you exhale, scoop your belly in, dropping your head, sit back towards your heels into extended child's pose. Slowly to your breath. Keep going. Inhale, rock forward again and coil your chest up, cow pose. Exhale, scoop your belly in, tuck the tailbone down into your heels, child's pose. On your own, 2 to 3 more cycles. Listen to your breath. Now, as you're breathing through the nose, tune into a soft whispering sound you create by gently narrowing the back of your throat. We call this practice Ujjayi Pranayama, which translates as victorious breathing. It's a skillful way to balance your nervous system and to steady your attention in the present, while regulating how you're exerting effort balanced with ease. Now, on your next exhalation, take 1 more round of this extended cat-cow pose. Instead of child's pose, tuck your toes with your feet hips width apart and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. And then you might take the first 3 to 5 breaths when you arrive there to shift around in your own way, like pedaling your feet out, shaking your head, fluttering your lips. Feel the ground through your hands spread, your fingers spread, and then draw the shoulder blades up and back, hips up and back, and then let energy descend down the backs of your heels, down your Achilles, even if your heels don't touch the floor. Now let's prepare for another flow here. On your next inhale, glide forward into the top of a push-up, your version of plank pose, where your spine is horizontal, knees can be on the ground right under hips, or legs are actively straight. On your next exhale, scoop your belly in, pull your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Let's try that a few more times. Inhale, glide forward, top of a push-up. Shoulders land right over your wrist, gaze on the floor, foot ahead. Exhale from the belly contracting, lift your tailbone high and back. Twice more, follow your breath. Notice your shoulder blades as you glide into plank. Spread them apart and draw them away from your neck. And the next time you arrive at downward facing dog, please walk your hands back towards your feet, folding over your legs at the rear of your mat. Bend your knees any amount here so that you can reach your hands behind your lower back to interlace your fingers. And know that if it's difficult for them to clasp, you can grab a strap or something like it to hold between your hands instead. Shift your weight forward as much as you can still balance here. Then inhale, lift your heart, lengthen your spine halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let's try that a few times. Keep the knees bent, the belly firm. Inhale, lengthen your spine, elongate your sternum towards your front wall. Exhale, fold again. Twice more. Inhale, lengthen your spine, belly is firm so you don't feel any strain in your back. Hug the elbows closer together. Exhale as you fold, draw the shoulders up, away from your neck. Last time, inhale, halfway up. Bend the elbows closer together, keep the collarbones wide. Exhale, fold. Release the arms, shimmy out your shoulders, and bend your knees a lot more as you inhale, roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. Reaching your arms overhead, hook your thumbs. And then exhale, coil your chest up. Keep your tailbone descending towards the ground between your heels. Standing back bend, take another breath. Peel the shoulder blades down the back. Bend your knees. Exhale, seal the palms, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, crawl your hands forward to downward facing dog. Starting a new flow, bring your feet together to touch in downward dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up behind you. As you exhale, turn out your right thigh as you bend the knee, opening the hip. Staying here, inhale, tack your left outer hip back. And as you exhale, bend your right knee towards your nose. As you lift the navel, softly step the right foot between your hands. Spin the back heel down and align front heel to arch a back foot. Press to your feet. Inhale, cartwheel your arms to rise into warrior two. So we're flowing. Flip the right palm to face up. Exhale, sweep back into peaceful or exalted warrior. So it's a lateral extension. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to plank pose. Continue through chaturanga. Come all the way to the ground. Bend your elbows apart like a goalpost. Press your toenails firmly into the floor. And inhale, contract your back to lift your chest in locust pose, Shalabhasana. Press your hands on the floor, tuck your toes, and exhale, contract your belly to lift up to plank, then downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, side two. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, turn your thigh open. Inhale, stay here, tack the right hip back. Exhale, lift your navel, bend the knee towards your nose. Step the foot right between your hands, spin the back heel down. Align heel to arch. Press to your feet, inhale, cartwheel your arms to warrior two. Keep the front knee bent, flip the left palm up. Exhale, sweep back into peaceful warrior, a sideways. Inhale, return to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, lowering from plank. Forward and down through chaturanga, all the way to the ground. Bend your elbows like a cactus, press your toenails onto the floor. Inhale, coil your chest off the ground, Shalabhasana, locust pose. Press your hands to the ground, exhale, press up, plank pose, then downward facing dog. Let's take 3 slow, steady breaths. So that's the sequence. Let's continue on with it. 1 breath each motion. Slow, steady breath. Bring your feet together. Inhale, raise your right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, turn your thigh open. Inhale, tack your left hip back. Exhale, round, knee to nose, step the foot between your hands. Heel to arch, inhale, cartwheel your arms to warrior 2. Flip the right palm up, exhale, sweep it back, peaceful warrior. Inhale, return to warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to plank, continue all the way down. Bend the elbows apart, inhale, toenails on the ground, locust pose. Press off the floor, exhale through plank, downward facing dog, feet together. Inhale, sweep your left leg back. Exhale, bend the knee, turn your thigh open. Inhale, tack your right hip back. Exhale, round knee to nose, step the foot between your hands. Heel to arch, inhale, cartwheel your arms to warrior 2. Flip the left palm up. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, return to warrior 2. Exhale from plank through chaturanga to the ground. Bend your elbows apart, feet stay on the floor. Inhale, locust pose, coil the chest. Press off, exhale, plank, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Remember to rest whenever you need it. Finishing that sequence, let's bend the knees, look forward past your hands, listen to your breath, and after you exhale, hold it out and lift your pelvic floor to walk or very lightly hop to the top of your mat. Then inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Root to your feet, inhale, sweep your arms, rising all the way up. Watch your palms meet. Exhale, trace your midline, mountain pose. All right, new sequence here. Starting slowly to set it up. To step or jump your feet wider than hips distance apart, turning out your thighs from your hips so that your knees and middle toes are turned out the same degree. We're preparing for a squat, choosing the version of a squat that works for you. You can stay high up, you can come down low. So find what is okay in your body, doesn't hurt your knees at all. Press through the feet, start standing. Inhale, sweep your arms up, watch your palms touch. Then as you exhale, bend your knees into your version of a squat. Staying here as you inhale, lengthen up and down your spine and open your chest. Hands in prayer at the heart. Now as you exhale, press your left arm on the inner side of your left thigh. Keep the thighs open and backstroke your right arm. Look behind your shoulder as you twist right. Inhale, join your hands at your heart. Stay in the squat. Elongate the spine again. Exhale, right arm presses into your inner right thigh. Backstroking the left arm. Look behind you and twist left. Inhale, come back to center in your squat. Exhale, parallel your feet and fold fingertips in front. Inhale, rise halfway. Keep this wide stance, feet apart. Exhale, hands between your feet. You can place your hands on blocks as needed. Step the ball of your left foot all the way back to a high lizard lunge. So lizard lunge, the right foot is wider out to the right than usual. Lower your back knee and inhale, coil your chest up. Draw the shoulder bones back. Half split, keep your left knee on the floor. Lift the ball of your right foot flexed and begin to scissor your right hip back to whatever degree you can straighten that leg. As you bow inside of the leg. Imagine you have a flat back here, so relax the shoulders. Lizard lunge again. Inhale, bend your right knee. Flexing your right foot, splay your right thigh open so you're just leaning on the knife outer edge of the foot. Careful not to roll over onto the ankle. As you exhale, crawl your fingertips towards the upper left corner of your room, extending your spine to bow diagonally. Let's pause here and feel this. So picture your right outer hip crease pulling back towards the rear of your mat. Basically, you're plugging the femur deeper into the hip socket. Shoulders are relaxed. Now on your next inhale, place your hands back onto your mat and step into your version of plank. Now you can decide to take some cat-cow, stay in plank, or lower through a vinyasa into cobra or upward facing dog. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. About 3 breaths there. Let this be an intentional stillness where you steady your eyes on one spot and still your body, tuning in. From downward facing dog, bend your knees, look ahead of where you want to land your feet. At the bottom of the exhale, lift your pelvic floor with breath held out, walk or float. Inhale, press the ground of your legs and lift your heart, elongate forward. Exhale, fold again. From down through your feet, inhale, sweep your arms, rise towards the sky. Watch your palms meet. Exhale, trace your midline. Now we're going to start to move one breath each posture, going into side 2. But before we do that, come back to your heart space. What is that intention that you are cultivating, dancing with, embodying? And perhaps you consider this breath-led movement, this vinyasa flow, like a moving prayer. How would you move with that intention manifested? How would you breathe? How would your posture be? Here we go. Step or jump the feet wider than hips width. Turn out your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms in prayer towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees into your depth of a squat. Hands in prayer at the heart. Inhale, elongate your spine here at center. This time, press right arm inside inner right thigh. Exhale, backstroke the left arm and twist left. Deep breaths. Inhale, hands in prayer, back to center in a squat. Exhale, left arm presses inner left thigh, backstroke the right arm and twist right. Inhale, hands in prayer, lengthen the spine again in the squat. Exhale, fingertips on the ground ahead, parallel your feet in this wide stance and fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Feel free to use blocks under the hand. Exhale, hands between the feet, step ball of the right foot back into a high lizard lunge. Inhale, lower your right knee and coil your chest up towards the sun. Exhale, half split, lift the ball of the left foot, flex foot, and straighten the left leg as you fold. Inhale, return to lizard lunge, flexing the left foot, splay the thigh open, lean on the outer foot. Exhale, crawl your hands towards upper right corner of your room as you fold. Inhale, place your hands on your mat, step back to plank. Exhale, decide where you want to go, flow or no flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Once there, honor the stillness for 3 deep breaths. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lead with your heart, lift halfway up. Exhale, bow into yourself. Root into the earth. Inhale, rise and expand. Watch your palms meet. Exhale, tracing your midline back to mountain pose. And there you have it, one more on each side. Inhale, step or jump, feet wide, turned out. Raise your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bend your knees, come into your squat. Inhale, press left arm inside left thigh, backstroke the right arm, and twist right. Let's stay here as we exhale. And then inhale, bring your hands together in prayer. Come back to center in your squat. Exhale, right arm presses inner right thigh, back stroke the left arm, and twist left. Inhale, hands in prayer, return to a squat. Exhale, lower the hands in front, parallel your feet, and fold. Keep the wide stance. Inhale, rise halfway up. Hands between your feet. Exhale, step ball of your left foot back, high lizard lunge. Inhale, lower the back knee and coil your chest towards the sun. Exhale, half split. Lift the ball of your right foot flexed. Straighten the leg and fold. Inhale, lizard lunge. Flex the right foot, splay the thigh open. Exhale, crawl the hands towards upper left corner and fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step into plank. Exhale, insert your vinyasa or none here. And when you arrive, downward dog, about 3 deep breaths. Steady gaze, steady focus. Bend your knees. On your third exhalation, breath held out, walk or float to the top. Inhale, lead with your heart, lengthen forward. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, root to rise up. Exhale, trace your midline. Last side. Inhale, step or jump, feet wide, legs turned out, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your knees into your version of a squat. Inhale, press right arm inside right thigh, back stroke the left arm, twist left. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, come back to center, join your hands in prayer, spine is upright. Exhale, left arm presses inner left thigh, back stroke the right arm, and twist right. Inhale, back to center in your squat. Exhale, lower your hands in front, parallel your feet and fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Hands between your legs. Exhale, step ball of right foot back, high lizard lunge. Inhale, lower right knee, coil your chest up. Exhale, lift the ball of your left foot flexed, half split, straighten the leg and fold. Inhale, back to lizard lunge. Flexing your left foot, splay the thigh open. Exhale, crawl your hands towards upper right corner and bow. Inhale, place your hands in your mat and step into plank. Keep going, your own vinyasa here. We'll meet in downward dog. Three breaths in total and downward facing. At your third exhale, hold the breath out and walk or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees together to touch, sitting into chair pose. Extend your arms forward rather than up, palms face up. Hug in your front ribs and take maybe 5 breaths to slowly lower down to sit. Taking 1 round of boat pose, lifting your feet, you can catch hold of the backs of your thighs and kick your legs forward, helping you to lift your spine upright. You could keep the arms extended forward. You could straighten the legs, play with it. Last 4 breaths, inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lifting through the center of your spine. Exhale, 3. Inhale, feel that balance of effort and ease. Exhale, 2. Where could you soften the edges a bit if needed? Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower your feet to the floor. Grab a block, please. Use the skinniest width of the block and hug it right in between your thighs. Center your pelvis on your mat and parallel your feet apart, as wide apart as your knees. Now plug your feet, all four corners, onto the floor. Spread the toes. Extend the arms forward, palms face up. Relax the shoulders down, and then take maybe 5 breaths. I don't know how many. Take your time to lower onto your back. We did it. And once your head meets the ground, bring your arms straight down by your ribs. Slide your feet back until you could almost touch your heels with your fingertips, but not quite, just almost. Keep your feet parallel, keep hugging the block, and press the backs of your shoulders into the ground. Tilt your chin slightly away from your chest. Prepare to lift and hold, bridge pose, for your own count of 7 to 10 breaths. When you're ready, tilt your tailbone up and lift your pelvis. Elongate your tailbone forward towards the block, lifting your chest. Walk your upper arms closer together under your back ribs, keeping your arms straight. If your hands touch, maybe interlace your fingers. Feel your hamstrings activate here. It's done by not moving your feet, but imagining as if you were dragging your heels towards your glutes. To counterbalance that, lengthen the fronts of your thighs forward as you keep them parallel. Throat wide open. Feel the breath fully expand your lungs, your heart space, your rib cage, your belly. Eyes soft, mouth soft. Whenever you're done with this first round, release your arms and articulate, lowering each vertebra of your spine from upper back to tailbone very slowly. Once your pelvis meets the floor, please put the block aside. For now, we'll reach for it again in a moment. And separate your feet on the ground wider than hips distance apart. Keep your knees just as wide apart as your feet. You can open the arms so they're out of the way here. And then we'll just slowly drop your thighs over to the right, breathing in. And over to the left, breathing out. So a mini breath-led flow of windshield wiping your thighs side to side. The chant in Sanskrit that you're hearing right now is an invocation for peace. Shanti is Sanskrit for peace. Om Shanti. You might find it a useful mantra if you're feeling busy in the mind or anxious or worried, stressed out. You could start to chant this, whether out loud or mentally, finding a steadiness of mind that we call yoga, calming the fluctuations of the mind. Finish this last cycle of windshield wiping your thighs, and then please drop both thighs to the right, and we'll keep them there for about 10 breaths. Now entering our yin phase of our flow and restore class. So as your thighs have dropped to the right, align your left knee down the middle of your mat. And if you want to explore more sensation here, you can pick up your right foot and place your right ankle just above your left knee onto your left thigh. You could also raise your arms overhead, bend your elbows, catch hold of opposite elbows, then drop the arms. Feel into the space you are cultivating through each breath, physically and mentally. Perhaps letting the sound of the mantra wash over you, like a song to the background sound of your breath. And finishing this exhalation, please come back to center, knees bent, feet on the floor, wider than hips distance. Take your time, release the arms, then drop your thighs both to the left. Point your right knee down the center line of your mat. And notice what might be different on the side. Maybe you stay here. Maybe explore crossing the left ankle above your right knee. You explore crossing the other elbow on top overhead. About 10 slow breaths. When you are finished with your 10th exhalation, all the way out, ease into uncrossing your legs, drawing your bent knees both into your chest, and softly rocking in any direction you please here, massaging your lower back. You might also rotate your thighs at the hips, massaging your hips. And then please find your strap. As you bend your right knee into your chest, step the ball of your right foot into the strap, whether the loop or the center of the strap. Extend your right leg up towards the sky, perpendicular to the floor, and either step your left foot on the ground so your left knee is bent, or if your hamstrings feel okay with it, straighten your left leg to the ground. Now flex your right foot into the strap, like you're kicking the strap away as you're pulling the strap gently down. So there's a little bit of tension. If your left leg is straight, flex that too. And now holding the strap in your right hand, place your left hand on the very top of your left thigh. So ground the backs of your hips, especially the left hip. Begin to turn out or rotate your right thigh externally so that your right knee and toes are spinning to face your right wall. Shoulders and left hip stay on the ground. Begin to open your right leg breath by breath out to its side, only to the range that both shoulders, both hips remain on the ground. Deep breath in. Balance the breath out. Got about 10 cycles of breath in total here. In supine, hand to big toe pose. Or Utthita Hasta Parangushtasana. Supta Utthita Hasta Parangushtasana. Know that if your right leg gets tired or your lower back is tired, you could use a pillow, block, or whatever you have to rest the outside of your right leg on top of. Notice your shoulders here. Keep them relaxed. Space throughout your neck. Soften your jaw. Maybe about a couple more breaths. Draw the belly in as you exhale so you can lift the right leg more easily. Hold the strap in your left hand. Same foot as in the strap. Make sure both of your legs are straight now. Sickle your right foot. So from the ankle, turn the sole of your right foot to face your left wall. Slide your right arm out to the right. Keeping the right shoulder on the ground, begin to cross your right leg over your body to the left, entering a supine twist. So that sickling action of your right foot is to help open up into your right IT band, the outer right thigh region. And if you're needing a bit more oomph to loosen your lower back, you could take a moment to place your right hand on your right outer hip. Gently dig into that crease of the hip with your thumb and press your right outer hip away from your torso so that it tilts towards your left foot. And then land the right arm back onto the floor, maybe look past it. About 5 more breaths here. As you're ready, slowly roll back to center, lift the right leg up. Hold the strap with 2 hands, same foot. Flex both feet again. And then begin to bend your elbows apart, gently bringing the right leg closer to your torso. By flexing your right foot here, engage your right quadricep to help support the hamstring behind it. Consider this our cooling inversion practice as well, lifting the leg higher than the heart. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. remove the strap, step your right foot on the ground, step your left foot on the ground, and just pause in this more neutral position. Take about 3 breaths. Just notice what you feel. Notice what you notice. Without rushing to get anywhere, as you feel ready, bend your left knee into your chest and step the ball of your left foot into the strap. Flexing the left foot, extend your left leg upright and decide what feels right for your body here. You can keep the right knee bent, you can straighten the right leg forward and flex the right foot too. Now as you hold the strap in your left hand, place your right hand on the very top of your right thigh to help ground the back of that hip. Ground the backs of your shoulders and then turn out your left thigh at the hip. It's like you're opening a door. First you have to rotate the doorknob, so rotate the side of the hip, and then swing the door open slowly or open the leg slowly, breath by breath. About 10 breaths in total here. And remember, you could place a pillow, a stack of pillows or blocks outside of your left thigh or shin to support it if needed. Relaxing your shoulders, lengthen through your neck. Finishing one more breath here. When you exhale, gently contract your belly to help you lift your left leg upright again. Transferring the strap into your right hand, same foot is on the strap. Sickle your left foot, so from the ankle, turn the sole of your left foot to face your right wall. Open your left arm wide on the ground, keeping the shoulder down, and then begin to twist to your right side, slowly. And if you're looking for a little more oomph in stretching your lower back, you could use your left hand, place it on your outer left hip, and gently press your left outer hip away from your torso, tilting it towards your right foot. And then reground your left shoulder. Maybe replace the left arm and look past it. Get 10 breaths in total here. As you're ready, gently roll onto your back again with your left leg upright, both feet flexed again. Hold the strap with both hands, and as you bend the elbows apart to keep your shoulders relaxed, begin to bring your left leg closer to your torso. Whatever is your range. Feel your left quadricep activate here without locking the knee. at your own pace, when you finish the last breath there, please put the strap aside. Draw your bent knees into your chest. And then prepare for a supine eagle pose, where you cross your right thigh over your left thigh as much as you can. You might even tuck your right toes behind the left calf. So you're intertwining the legs. And then you do the opposite with the arms, starting like a cactus shape. You cross the left elbow over the right. You could give yourself a tight hug, hook your thumbs, or wrap your forearms and palms. So basically you're spreading the shoulder blades apart. Draw the shoulders down your back, take a deep breath. Stay here or round up so elbows and knees touch. Belly is contracting. Take a couple of breaths there. And then when you're ready, with an exhale, splay out your arms and legs to switch the cross of each. So the left leg goes over the right, intertwining. The right elbow goes over the left, hugging, hooking the thumbs, or wrapping forearms and palms. Shoulder blades down the back, stay here, or with an exhale, contract the belly and round. Elbows and knees touch. So accentuating that protraction of the shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, use an exhale to splay arms and legs apart, setting up for Shavasana. And our meditation practice is going to be lying down too, so make sure that you are comfortable for both Shavasana and meditation towards Yoga Nidra, lying down. continue to rest in this corpse pose position. Eyes still closed, gaze turned inward. Bring your awareness to your breath, emptying this breath out. Pause gently at the bottom of it. Then on an inhalation, feel the breath rising to belly, lungs, chest, back body. And on an exhalation, feel muscles around the bones soften, belly softens. And again, this time counting, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Count one more cycle on your own. In 5, out 7. The following guided yoga nidra, or conscious sleep yoga, was shared by Ma Yoga Ashram in Rishikesh, India. So Yoga Nidra is a practice of letting go of all resistance, being in a state of Shavasana, pretty much, but with complete awareness, in which you can truly tap in to your inner wisdom without obstruction. And as we relax into deeper brain waves, entering the subconscious, the unconscious mind. And it's where you can tune into creative solutions and to ways to put your passion into action. Let's begin letting your body sink into the ground below. Be comforted that right now everything is okay. Nothing else matters right now. Everything is where it needs to be. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do. Here you are to simply feel your body and listen. Don't worry or become agitated if you do not hear everything I say as you're lying down right now. It is natural to flow in and out of conscious hearing. The deepest part of you, your core self, is always listening. Whatever you experience today, this practice will still work. So there is no way to do this wrong. You are in a safe environment, protected space, held space. Coming into stillness now, remaining still for deep rest, deep nourishment. Feel your natural breath flowing through. Allow your bones to become heavy. Feel your bones sinking into the earth. And with each exhale, feel yourself relax deeper and deeper inside. Deep inside to notice your heart's deepest longing. What does your heart desire? Just as you did before this practice, reiterate or create a new sankalpa, an intention, affirmation based on your heart's longing. Say it mentally in a positive statement in the present tense, as though it's already happening. For example, I flow through life with ease and peace. I am relaxed. Say your sankalpa mentally 3 times, as though it is already happening. And now allow your awareness to travel through your body on a journey of sensation. Simply feel each part as I mention it, and without having to move it. Just remain still. Welcome all sensation just as it is. Let's begin with the mouth. Feel your mouth. Feel sensation in your mouth. Feel your jaw, lips, upper lip, lower lip. Notice where your lips touch. Feel the inside of your mouth, the roof, under the tongue, your upper teeth and gums, your lower teeth and gums, and then the root of your tongue, the center of your tongue, the tip of your tongue. Notice a sense of taste in your mouth. Feel the left inner cheek, your right inner cheek. Feel all the parts together now as a whole. Feel your mouth as sensation, as energy, as radiant vibration. Return to noticing your breath. Your natural breath flows through you. Feel the in-breath. Note the out-breath. As you exhale, imagine a wave passing downward through your body, carrying away tensions. As you inhale, a fresh wave flows upward through your body, bringing a sense of calm to every cell. Exhale, wave flowing downward through your body carries away fears. Inhale, fresh waves upward bring serenity. Remember, since you're practicing at home, you have your own permission to stay at rest where you are. But if you are ready to complete this practice for now, ease your body into simple movements, gradually arising out of stillness, out of Shavasana, and towards a comfortable seat. Placing your palms to meet at your heart and bowing in. Let's close this practice with one chant of Om. Take a deep breath. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.